Welcome back to another rainy day here on Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm Dear Darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely little island on Fawnhollow today? Well, apart from rain, that does seem to be some sort of main featurette, as, you know, British people lead you to believe as a main featurette of our island. Anyway, what's I talking about? I don't know. What have I been up today? I've done some programming, I recorded some Celeste. That's about it, I suppose. I mean, I woke up, had some food. Nothing particularly too exciting. Nothing being like, whoa, I can't believe that happened today. I mean, I guess the Olympics finished a couple of days ago, but that's about it. Hello there, everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow, it's 3:41 PM on Tuesday, August 10th, 2021. There really isn't any news to speak of today. Anyone else watch a variety show? No, I didn't, Isabel. I haven't watched TV for ages, which is why I didn't actually catch her closing ceremony in Olympics. I talked a little bit about this in Celeste, but now I'll talk about it in Animal Crossing because then I don't know if they got different audiences, but you know, Animal Crossing is a bit of an easier thing to talk over because Celeste is quite difficult, especially right now. But yeah, hold on, let's see what mail we got first from Gadovara. More like, get out of here, Gadovara. Not really, but Vivian, tell me, Canopy, do you ever feel... No, come on, we've had this one like 12 different times, surely. Whose office is it? Is it red? It's not red. Yeah, didn't watch closing ceremony. I haven't watched closing ceremony since... Did I watch a Rio one? I don't think I watched a Rio one. I think I did watch a London 2012 one. Moving back, I can't remember. I talked about that before. It was like, it was the one with Spice Girls, isn't it? In it, and they had like a load of minis coming out, and it was like, so tell me what you want, what you really, really want. Which is just a brainworm and a half, I must say. Not that many songs out there, pop songs especially, aren't brainworm. Sorry, I need a sip of water. Especially to me, most songs are brainworms. Brainworm being, of course, a song that is just so ridiculously catchy you can't get it out of your head. You know, apparently one of the best ways. It's something I read like ages ago, and I don't know if it's actually a scientific study or anything. It might not have been, but it's something I read. It's like the conclusion was, how do you get a song that's stuck in your head out of your head? Conclusion: get another more catchy song stuck in your head instead. Which sort of seems like that's not really fixing a problem, is it? It's sort of just like replacing your problem with a equivalent problem of a different scale of a different flavour. Literal, just like equivalent exchange. Sorry, do we need... What missions do we have? Talk, customize, change... Bugs, okay. Bugs, talk, customize. I guess we can do that. It's not just like you're not really solving the issue, are you? You're just, you know, replacing the issue with a different issue. The whole aim was you didn't want a song stuck in your head in the first place. Which, to be fair, I mean, sometimes you'll get a song stuck in your head and it's a song that you don't want stuck in your head. Which, to be fair, I guess I can definitely see the appeal of that. You just sort of wiggle it out with a different brainworm instead. But it sort of feels like it's sidestepping a problem, doesn't it? I mean, I guess it literally kind of is sidestepping a problem. Which is the whole point of it in the first place. It's a very easy solution for, I suppose, not a very significant problem in the first place. And I remember there used to be this website you can go on where it would just like, I don't remember what it was called, but you basically could play catchy songs to get other catchy songs out of your head. And I remember I went on it once, like when I first discovered about it, just for funsies. And it played Wannabe by Spice Girls. And that's why I got a memory of it. And I gotta say, Wannabe, a very catchy song. I also used to think it was called Tell Me What You Want, What You Really, Really Want, which would probably just be the most absurdly long song title in existence. I don't know what the longest song title in existence is, but there certainly are quite some long ones out there. But not normally that long. And I do remember that because it occurred in a quiz. It was a quiz, and then it was like, what song are these the lyrics to? And it said, so tell me, no, it was just like, if you want to be my lover, you gotta get with my friends or something like that. I don't know, it was part of that song. And I was like, oh, it's the Spice Girls, except I don't know what it's called. So I was like, but no one else in my team even knew what song it was. And I was like, oh, it might be called like, Tell Me What You Want, What You Really, Really Want. And I was like, that's so long. I had to guess it anyway. But then, I learned later, it was called Wannabe, as we went through the quiz results. I feel like there's probably a surprising amount of random facts I've learned from these sort of like end of year quizzes that I've done back in like secondary school and primary school and all that sort of thing. I've got a lot of factual information randomly stored up here, which has a seed account. Are you crazy? Which has probably been no relevance to, well, anyone except for not even me, to be honest. It's very irrelevant to everything I do. Let's customize and then we will buy a tree, I guess. What was the other mission? Oh, change clothes, right? Yeah, change clothes. But there's no way we're catching a seed account. I'm just going to tell you that now. I guess we can go loop around and try and get the Nook Mart mission while we're right here. Yeah, there's so many random facts. Like, I don't know. Can I think of one? Is this what we're going to talk about? We're just going to talk about like random quizzes, that sort of thing. I mean, I can't really think of any, but there was this. I don't know, quiz is just fun, pub quiz and that sort of thing. I always like a trivia. Oh, I was meant to customize one more thing. Why do I really customize one thing? I'm out of it today, apparently. Yeah, no, these quizzes all have such random factual information, and I suppose, especially when I was younger, definitely. I mean, even now, I suppose it does feel nice to sort of flex those muscles you got of things you remember. I mean, there's a time recently there was this online quiz that Bendit used to participate in with his work or something, which ended up a lot of us in our friend circle piggybacking on and participating in as well, just for funsies. But it was like some UK quiz quarantine show that ran on for a while. There's one of them, it was called like Jay's Pub Quiz, that happened near the start of quarantine, and then in the latter half of quarantine it was, I don't know, it was this couple who ran it. I don't remember their names or anything, but I participated a few times. Could I answer a lot of questions? I could answer some questions. Depends on categories and that sort of thing, doesn't it? Sorry, a bit of a pause there. What am I doing? Get my mouse off the screen. I mean, you can't see my mouse, but still. It's on the screen nonetheless. Customize. Change clothes. Plant tree. Okay, let's continue customizing. Change our clothes. Plant a tree. Oh, I was talking about quizzes. Yeah, pub quizzes and that sort of thing. Like, I mean, I do like trivia quizzes and that sort of thing. I mean, I love to watch Only Connect and University Challenge. I think I bring this up like almost every single time this topic comes up. Am I good enough to be on those sort of shows? No, absolutely not. Are you crazy? Not crazy, but like the amount of random knowledge, I suppose, or general knowledge you need on that show far exceeds what I have. But I like participating in them nonetheless anyway, just for a bit of fun, because, you know, why wouldn't you? Everything in a little bit of fun. A little bit of fun all of the time. I don't know. Didn't really think through the song parody. But yeah, there was just like a quarantine. Maybe it was just called a quarantine pub quiz. I cannot remember who ran it, but shout out to them for running it for so long, to be honest. And then it like they stopped doing it. It must have been like a month or quite a few months ago or something, and that was good fun. I don't really remember what ones I particularly asked, because there was a lot of them. Because he did it all with his workplace, and then like it started out with just like some of us helping out if we were there chatting with him in the first place and just giving him some answers. Like one of them, I don't really remember, but wait a minute. Did one of our tools break last episode? Why did I swear that went to the top of our inventory? Oh no, we just have a space up there. Okay, we've got a lot of things to sell. We should probably put this ticket as well now I think about it. What's saying pub quiz? Yes. I'm not particularly good with those sort of pub quizzes, because a lot of them tend to rely on pop culture and that sort of thing, which I'm not that well educated on. Like especially UK pop culture, I'm like completely oblivious. Celebrities, don't know them. Movies, haven't seen them. TV shows, absolutely no idea. That sort of thing. But when it comes to random obscure things, I'm just like, that's my jam. I remember one of them where Benedict and his work team actually won in the end. Very, very stupendous. I contributed. I can't remember which one I contributed. I can't remember if it was just me there, if it was me and someone else. I don't really recall. But I remember that one of the questions was like, who's Timmy Twinkletoes, I think, from Beatrix Potter? Like, what animal is he? That was one I knew. He's a squirrel. He's a squirrel. He's got a red blazer on, from what I recall. And that's because I used to read a lot of Beatrix Potter books when I was a lot younger, just like, you know, Peter Rabbit, that sort of thing. We had like a huge collection. Don't know what happened to them now, but I have fond memories of them, even though I can't really remember them all too well. But, you know, as soon as I saw the words Timmy Twinkletoes, or maybe it's Timmy Tippy Toes, I don't know, something along that lines, like it sparked memory in me. I was like, I just pictured a red dancing squirrel. Hold on, let me actually see what this creature's called. I didn't buy a tree. Timmy, I think it's Tippy Toes now I think about it. Timmy Tiptoes, you know, close enough. There he is. As that little squirrel, he's got a little red blazer on. I don't remember if he like dances or something. I don't even remember what the story's about. I don't remember what any of the story's about. Any of these Beatrix Potter ones. They're very sort of comfy though, aren't they? Comfy, casual, things like that. So, you know, you don't have to really read too much into them. Children's books and all that sort of thing. And I have a fond memory for their sort of thing. It's like the woodland quiet life. Okay, buy some flowers, hit rocks, buy customization things. That'll probably be just enough. Methinks for that mission. That's 3,000. So we spent 3,600. This would be 4,600. So let's buy like one more customization kit to push us over. Yeah, I don't remember what else I contributed because what I had a memory of back in secondary school is me and these two other classmates. We basically formed like we shared like so many of our lessons together. We like shared our English lessons, like when classes got separated, no longer by house but by oh, why is this drawer open? I just backed into it. And no longer by house but by ability, kind of, and like scheduling conflicts around GCSE time or that sort of thing. I remember I was paired up with these two people, and we made like a super squad, like quizzes. Because there's one person who is like really good at like this general knowledge, like pub quiz sort of thing. He was on University Challenge. Obviously, I won't give you his name, that sort of thing. But he was on it, and he was on it for like our school team as well. Apparently, he was very good. And then this other person, he was just really good at sports and like he knew a lot of popular culture, which that's definitely not my forte. That was the other friend, and me, got my maths and scientific knowledge. Oh, by the way, the first friend, he was very good at like humanities and history, and that, especially English and that sort of thing. So we covered like basically all three sort of areas, as we knew, and then we were a force to be reckoned with whenever the end of year sort of quizzes would come about, because we'd be very, very good together. What was I doing? Hot item. Diving. Trees. I don't know why I said that so weirdly. Bamboo speaker silo. Yeah, I mean, I don't really remember much else. I mean, I was in a team with those two when the Spice Girls wannabe question came up. I remember that, at least. At least in my mind we were pretty good. Maybe we weren't as good as I properly remember, and it's just something I've been making up just as some sort of like insecurity thing this entire time. I hope not, but I guess it's a possibility. I felt like we were pretty good. Okay, what missions do we have? And we've got fossils, hot item, fossils, deep sea diving. Okay. Apparently we didn't plant this tree either. Surprising to me, because we bought it. There we go. Tree planted. I guess we'll do fossils and deep sea diving and then go make the hot item. I don't know, we got lots of time. It's amazing. Like, at some point we're going to have to actually figure out something to do in Animal Crossing, because I think we're nearing on 200,000 Nook Mile mission points, and that is very excessive for basically all our purposes. Because it's not like I'm going to burn through 200,000 Nook Mile tickets in one day or whatever when I'm doing some island hopping. Shout out to that one person, you remember at the start of Animal Crossing New Horizons when it came out, and Raymond was basically so popular that he sold for like 2,000 Nook Mile tickets or something. 2,000 or something Nook Mile tickets when someone was trading away. That is absurd. And like Aldi used to sell for like 500 Nook Mile tickets. Like what would you even do with a Nook Mile tickets now anyway? Nothing. I would just try and find other villagers. Which is really the only thing you can do with them. So it's interesting how people use them as a trading currency to even to begin with. But I mean, I guess it's kind of like the TF2 economy and that sort of thing. We use buds, scrap metal, and we use refined metal, buds. So there's something else. Keys. That's it. I remember because I used to trade a little bit. Traded to get a Madame Dixie for a pyro. Traded to get a strange festive axe, I think. Extinguisher. Back when Puff and Sting used to be a thing, which I'm not sure if it is anymore because they patched it out or something, or nerfed it, I should say. Sorry, just reminiscing on TF2 days, I suppose. What do we do? What do we do? I think that's a Phineas and Ferb song. I don't remember. I don't know. I'm just trying to remember more of these like sort of pub quiz sort of things. I don't really remember much. Forgot stories. I feel like I told this one before, but we had like in geography GCSE we had this teacher who made like these super special quizzes, and they were really geography quizzes and chemistry quizzes. He didn't make these. Well, I mean, he did make these quizzes, but they were super cool ones. Not as cool as the chemistry ones. We'll get onto chemistry ones in a second. Because they're quite involved. What's this? Cicada shell. These are not happening. I can tell you that much. And one of the years I remember, the question was like, if Henry is 2, no, if like Percy is 5 and Henry is 2 or whatever, what is 1? And I was just like, I don't know, but they sound like, I'm pretty sure all four, it was something like that, I can't remember what it was, but I was just like, I don't know what the answer is for sure, but all of those sound like Thomas the Tank Engine characters, and he hasn't said Thomas yet, so I'm going to guess that number 1 is Thomas. And it turned out that was the answer, because it was matching up the numbers compared to the names on the characters of Thomas the Tank Engines. The fact I got it right was just leaning into my weird niche, I suppose, as that person who knows cartoons and that sort of thing, because I think most people knew about me watching My Answer Pony back then. Not that I say it with much, I don't say it with disdain or anything. I just find it amusing, because it wasn't like I actually knew. I've seen like one episode or something on Thomas the Tank Engine, not much. Well, I mean, I probably watched it much more when I was way younger. But you know, object permanence not very strong back then, and very much so. I don't even know what Thomas Tank Engine theme goes like. Every time I try and sing it, it always ends up being like the EastEnders or Coronation Street. And I don't even know which way around the EastEnders / Coronation Street one goes. And one that goes like dun 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 dun. Why did I just pick it up? I have no idea which way around it is, and I still don't know because I haven't seen none of them. How do we spin? That's how we spin. Yeah, the fact is sort of just like lent into my own, I suppose, cliche of myself. I don't know. To quote one of my favourite insults that Ned said to me, you really are just a parody of yourself, aren't you? It's probably the funniest thing I've ever heard. I still remember it to this day. But yeah, I don't know, the fact that I actually got that question right, it was just absurd, and it sticks in my mind. The rain stopped. And I just realised it was raining this entire time, which is going to be a nuisance tomorrow, but that's tomorrow's me's problem. You can tell the conversational juices are kind of run dry. Apparently I used too much of it on Celeste rather than actual Animal Crossing, where the conversational juices are meant to flow. See, Celeste, you could just get away with just talking about what you're doing. Animal Crossing, once you do it 500 days in a row, it's sort of a bit more boring, isn't it? To discuss. Not really much to discuss. Oh, look, I'm digging up this fossil. Still waiting for Nintendo to give us an update. You know, only month 8 since the last reasonable update or something. So sad. It would be funny if it weren't so sad. Anyway. Hide the pain, Harold. Yeah, no, I was talking about pub quizzes. I don't really... Like, I've never actually gone to a pub to do a pub quiz, surprisingly. There's always these random quizzes we do. Oh, you know what I remember? I remember that, his geography teacher, the quizzes he does, he was much more in tune with modern day music than I was. And then he'd always have one round, which was the music round, and sometimes he'd have up to 2 or 3 rounds, much to the chagrin of me and my teammates who all didn't really listen to popular music. He'd play like a popular song, a snippet of a popular song that came out recently, and then we'd have to name like who sang it and the artist. And this is why where academic ability didn't really factor in so much to a quiz. Unsurprisingly, there's not really much of a correlation between academic ability and listening to pop music, but in our particular school and friend circle, a lot of us at the time didn't listen to all that popular music. Well, at least in that geography class, didn't listen to popular music. So we got like, if a round was out of like 20, we got like 6 or something. Just some random guesses, because I was like, I have no idea what a song this is. But from that one year, where this other kid who, let's say, didn't pay the most attention in class, joined our team for some reason, I can't remember why, and answered a lot of the popular music questions for us. Did we win? I don't remember. I honestly have no recollection of what happened that time. I just remember he got one of the questions wrong on that music round. Very funny. Was it funny? Not really. It was just sort of, you know, I talked about this. Did I talk about this in Animal Crossing, or did I talk about this in Celeste? I can't recall. But the amount of random just nonsense in my head, which for some reason has stayed there. So pointless. Why do I care about this random kid who wasn't even my friend back then or anything? We were just, I suppose, classmates or something. That's not what I wanted to click. Why do I care that he got this one music question wrong? And why do I care about the music question I think was Burn by Ellie Goulding? Why do I need to remember that? I don't. But for some reason it lives rent-free in my head for no apparent reason. Anyway, these quizzes are pretty cool. Did I talk about the fact that the chemistry teacher we had, he basically made this giant quiz thing, which had like 300 different categories or something around, and it was all about, what am I doing? I'm looking for bamboo. It was all about listing out like a load of different things regarding it. It's from all sorts of walks of life, all sorts of different not walks of life, what's the word? Topics. Like, for example, one of them I remember was astrological signs. He showed all 12 astrological signs, and then he was just like, you had to give a name for all of them. Thanks to my Homestuck knowledge, I just knew all of them, which a lot of people seem to misconstrue as me being actually clever in that regard. No, it's not. I just read Homestuck and for some reason memorized them. I still know them to this day, for no apparent reason, despite not believing in astrology. I just think it's a bit of a fun time waster, isn't it? That's one of them. Another one was like, you had to oh, I actually have a memory of this one. We had to write down, like, I think Champion League, the teams who won the Champion League, and so a number with them with how many times they've won. And I remember I was paired up with 3 other people. We knew nothing about sports, essentially. This must have been the year before the classes were properly divided. Hold on, keep these around in case we need them. We're properly divided, so the person who made up the trio of us being really good at quizzes, that our sports representative, you know, he was in a different team back then. Oh, we didn't get a Nook Mile ticket. Okay, so fishing, chopping wood, Nook Mile ticket. So I remember we just wrote down basically any football team we knew of and put random numbers down to them, because we had no gauge of basically how much each and every single one of them won. And I remember one of them, I'm not going to say the name of a location because it's kind of near us. I basically wrote down the name wrong because I didn't know how to spell the team name. So, what to play next? You want to play a treasure hunting game? Sure, I guess. It's been a while. I remember I wrote down the name wrong, and then like we swapped with, amusingly, that for the person who made up the sports trio later. Yep. The trio quizzing later. And we got a little bit of mockery for spelling that name wrong, especially because it was a local town. And to be honest, my only explanation is at the time I didn't realise that the local town was the same as that team, so I actually thought they were 2 different places. So, you know, that's just kind of on me. But amusingly, we got a higher score than they did on that round, and they had people who actually knew about sports and that sort of thing. Isn't that hilarious? Doesn't that just tickle your fancy? Oh, you didn't hide us very well, Claude. You know, that'd be a cool detail if it turned out like lazy villagers were too lazy to go hide it a large distance away, and then like jock villagers always hide it on like the ends of the island or something. Yeah, that was one of the rounds. I'm actually gonna Google. I wonder if it's a thing that he's uploaded somewhere, or if it was just named after something in when he was younger. Oh, what's this? Hopefully it doesn't play something random. I have no idea what this is. Ooh. No. But this is a pub quiz league in Withington. Don't know where that is, to be honest. But apparently it was something he made, and it was just crazy the fact that he made it, because we thought it was something that he just downloaded off the internet or something. To be fair, it could have been something that he just downloaded off the internet and he just like lied about it. But why would he do that? Just go on the internet and tell lies. Or he was just joking about it and we just didn't pick up on the joke or anything. That was a really cool thing though. I remember one of them was like animals in different languages, and you had to match up the animal to the English translation of it. That was quite a fun one. Because I remember cat was written in Chinese, and I was like, oh, I know that one. Meow. I'm trying to remember what other categories there were. It was just a grand old time. Should I just round this episode off here? I actually have nothing to talk about. I'm really sorry. Conversation on Juices. I got all of them out in Celeste. Go watch Celeste episode, I don't know, 52 or 53, whichever ones those are. I was just randomly guessing. I don't even know which episodes I recorded today. yeah, I think we'll just get this Nick ticket. I'll just round this episode off early. It's going to be a short one. That's fine, because I've got nothing to talk about anyway, and that's the whole reason you're here watching this Animal Crossing video in the first place, aren't you? Probably. I mean, if you have your other reasons, please do let me know, because that's, like, amazing. No! I clicked the wrong thing. I don't want a bell voucher. You think I'm running out of bells? You must be out of your mind. Am I out of my head? Am I out of my mind? My voice died a bit there. I'm trying to. Can I think of any more categories? I really can't. It was so good. If I could turn back time to the good old days of those quiz, it would have been a grand old adventure we'd all would have had. But for now, we'll round this episode off here, and I'm gonna go do some programming probably. Nothing particularly well, I mean, I find it kind of interesting. But perhaps not interesting to you. So, if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares are greatly appreciated. Join me in Dear Darling Discord. Follow me on Twitter down below. I hope we can see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now.